So today I'm here with two of my good friends, Morgan and Misha. They are the founders of Grace Upon Grace, and we are going to explain the organization and what these amazing ladies have done for the Tooele County and just our community. So, what is Grace Upon Grace?
So our mission at Grace Upon Grace is to provide clothing and family essentials from infancy to adulthood for all of Tooele County. And so that includes things like clothing and then like baby items, toys, books, the smaller things like bottles, all the way up to like hundreds of dollars worth of like strollers and cribs and that type of thing. So really anything a family could need while they're raising their children.
Right. So what these ladies do is twice a year now, they host a big event at a local church. Is it still going to be at the church?
Yeah.
They got the biggest church they could find, and people from the community donate items, um, mostly kid items. We
Yep.
do have some women's clothing and different things like that, but they donate all these items throughout the year, and then these ladies put everything together. Luckily, now you have help from a lot of
Yes.
people in our community, but they put it all together, and then one Saturday it's basically a giant free yard sale in a way, and people can just come and get what they need. And we're talking cribs, strollers, just baby items, and especially items that the DI won't take.
Right.
And that's a big thing because DI will not take strollers, cribs, those car seats.
Anything a baby can sit in, DI can't take.
Yeah.
So what I love is that we see people from all walks of life.
Jack, get down. All right, we're doing this at my house today, so the dogs are just
I love that.
here. Jack, down. Go lay down.
Um, okay. So what I love about that is that we see people from all walks of life. We see our neighbors down the street from in Stansbury Park. We see people from the downtown Tooele area, Tooele City. We see people from Grantsville and Urda, Lake Point. We even have people coming as far as like Ogden and Harriman. So people have heard about it and they are now coming because they want help. And we, like you said, there's no strings attached. We just let people come in. What we also love about it is that we have partnered with lots of different businesses to provide raffle baskets. And in those raffle baskets are all Tooele County local businesses. And so we're also helping out the economy in our own community. And the way that people can earn tickets for the raffle baskets is by bringing in non perishable items for the food bank or hygiene products for the Tooele County School District homeless and needy. And so then we distribute that out to then continue to help the community.
So basically, they're helping their county in a lot of ways, and they're doing a great job. So, how long has this been going on?
Um, so we started 2020. Was it the spring of 2020?
2021 is the spring when we started.
Okay. So we started in about 2021. We started organizing probably more about in 2020, but our first event was in 2021 in the spring. And we started in Misha's backyard with the first event. And it kind of started with Misha starting to kind of promote it in like on Facebook and stuff like that, and people would donate, and we didn't have nearly the amount of donations we do now since we've grown, but we were able to set up like separate tables in the backyard. And through the months as we received donations, Misha and I were the only two that would actually sort everything for a long time, and sometimes we'd have some friends that would come over and be able to help too. um, but yeah, we started off pretty small.
Wash everything in our washing
Yeah, we would
machines.
wash everything in the washing machines at Misha's house, and it was just we started small, but we've had a ton of help from the community as we've grown. A lot of volunteers, and um, it's been a really really cool thing to see how it's grown and how we've been able to give back. Even just the people that are coming. Like when we first started, there was we have over 300 people that come to at least that come to each event that benefit from this. And it wasn't that big when we first started, but it's been really cool to see how the word's gotten out and how much we've really been able to give back and help those that really need it. So
Yeah, so the thing I've noticed is just how much it's grown. It's
Mhm.
been insane in 3 years how much
Right.
it's grown. And the day of when they open, there is a line starting at the door and going all the way around the church. Like people get so excited about this event. I am one of them. I'm always like in the front of the line because I like getting clothes because I had a girl and then a boy, so I didn't have clothes to pass down. So it's been good as my boy grows. I just go get him new clothes and then I bring all the clothes that he no longer fits in. And so it's fun when I go and help I sort. I come and so the night before they have a lot of volunteers come and help sort things and do stuff like that. And it's actually really fun. And you guys just have tables set up with different sizes of clothes. And I always get a little emotional when I see my kids' clothes in there and I was like, oh, they're growing. It's sad. But it is fun and seeing how many volunteers you have now and the fact that you earned your nonprofit, so you're actually a nonprofit now. What was that like? Like
Misha can tell you a lot more about that process.
That was, we just learned that things take a lot longer than you expect. We thought we had everything like down to a T, um, but we needed to do some more things. And so, what I love is that we were able to do a crowdfunding program to be able to get the money to be able to become a nonprofit. So, um, and instantly when we said that we wanted to become a nonprofit, we had tons of people that said, how can I support you? How can I help make this happen? And so we had friends, family members, strangers, community members donate anywhere from like $10 up to like, I think one was like $200 um, to help us pay for all of the like paperwork for the IRS to become a nonprofit. And so um, it's just been really cool to see from starting out in my backyard with Morgan and I washing clothes in our washing machines and like sorting through every single piece of clothing to now having over 75 volunteers. We have a full board member of 5. Then we have usually like anywhere from 5 to 10 like head volunteers that kind of head each section of the
these
event.
ladies like are organized. Like I go and just find the shirts and they're like, go here, go here. Okay.
We feel really blessed that we have such a diverse group of women on our board and that we all have different strengths. And so Kaylee is our secretary and she is so organized, and without her, we would all die.
Yeah.
So
Yes, and congrats on your new baby.
congrats, Kaylee. So we just really appreciate her. And Whitney is our treasurer, and she knows all about the money stuff. And Emily is such a help with knowing how to handle everything and being able to be at all these different places. And then we have help from a lot of our closer friends that have become like the head volunteers, and they've taken on a lot of responsibility as well. And we hope as we grow, we can add more board members.
Yeah, and I'm friends with all these ladies they're talking about, and they are all incredible, wonderful
Yeah.
women. So
Yeah, and we love like, and we see people that are like 16 or 17 and having a baby and, not sure how they're going to be able to pay for things. We see them at the events and they're helping sort through stuff while they're pregnant or whatever. And then we have grandmas and grandpas coming to help out. And they're like, we want to be able to get stuff for our grandkids. And so I just love that it can be like literally anybody can come help out and volunteer with this. And then those who volunteer get to come to our VIP access time. There, we have a special line for VIP members for those who have donated items throughout the year, or for those that volunteer that night before or the day of with us. And it's just our way of giving back.
Yeah. And one thing that I also liked about being able to invite anyone to come, when I worked for DCFS, part of my job was putting kids in their relatives' homes, and these relatives weren't expecting this. They weren't expecting to take kids in all of a sudden, and so now they have an infant again, and they don't have any. So it was always so nice when I could tell them about this event, and I would see them there, and they're grabbing cribs, and they're grabbing strollers, and they're grabbing clothes, and it's just I've even seen diapers every once in a while there, and it's just been so nice to have a place for these people to go who either lower income and just can't afford to go get a bunch of stuff, or got a kid unexpectedly. And you've said teenage moms, and just even people that don't necessarily aren't lower income, but it's still, with the economy and the way things are, it's hard to go and buy stuff. It just is.
Yeah.
So you guys have done a lot to support in a very, very hard time in our economy right now in this county. So
And what we love too is, like you said, we can help out anybody. And so it can just be our neighbor down the street, because our goal is just to keep giving back. And essentially, where we have a religious base in our nonprofit, and we believe that Jesus would want to help out everyone. And so our goal is that everyone gets treated the same and gets to come get the
I think one of the cool things too, I don't know, I get emotional every event. Like I start like feeling like I'm on the verge of tears because it's so exciting. One of my favorite things to see is people leaving with these, just at least with something, or like a bag of stuff, and I'm just like, oh, I love that they were able to find something that they needed or wanted. And what's really neat too is how giving even the businesses in our community have been with the raffle baskets. It's a donation from these companies, these local businesses, and they have been so generous too. And I love watching just how all of our community members are coming together to build our community and to build up one another. And then when our, when the community does come in and the people come and grab stuff, so many people give to the raffle baskets, even though like, not everybody wins a raffle basket. People give so much. They give so many items to the food bank and to the school district. And we've worked with other, like other charities. Sorry, I'm trying to think of the word. Other charities in the past too, and we want to try to still, continue to reach out to other charities and be able to work with them. But it's just, that's one of the best things I feel like I see every time. It's just really how giving people are. With a lot of what we see now, I feel like we focus a lot. You read the news, you listen to, you're on social media, you see a lot of negative, right? And this just brings back so much hope and love that I have for humanity in general. And it just really shows the good in people. And that's probably one of the best things I feel like I get to see. And I don't know if everybody gets to see that. So I think it's really cool.
Yeah, and when I say they get a ton of stuff, I'm talking you get a steak center and you fill up that entire gym, and you're overflowing into the rooms, like the primary room, or at least like these rooms are full of clothing, and you do have a section for women's clothing as well, which I was surprised how much you get with that. And
we
shoes,
get a ton with women's too.
Yeah, shoes and books and toys. So this is also really great, like if you have a kid's birthday coming up, or Christmas, and you may not be able to afford toys for them, you can come here and get stuff. And the toys are usually in pretty good condition. I donated some toys that are great, but my kid just doesn't play with them anymore. And you can get these items. Like, so we have an event coming up this month. Plan ahead. If you know you're not going to be able to afford some Christmas toys, come grab some stuff and just kind of hide them and hold on to them. And yeah, it's great to see how much it has expanded in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, and we're so excited for this next event. It's on April 27th at 10 o'clock in the morning, from 10 till noon, at the LDS Steak Center on Benson Road, 417 Benson Road in Stansbury Park. And we have, going back to how much you guys have said that we have collected, We have an amazing local company that is called USA RV and Storage, and it's out in Grantsville. And they have donated a full 40-foot storage container, like shipping container, and we fill it.
Yeah.
It is tons of stuff, and we have so many volunteers that come help us. Titan Haulers is a company that helps. They have like a big dump truck type of thing, and they meet us out there, and we just fill that and take it back to the stake center Friday night, so that way we can get everything all set and organized. And yeah, it's just really cool to see how much the community comes together with all of this, and then being able to see how we've been able to also help other charities, like help everyone also help each other. That's one of the greatest gifts that we get to see, is that everyone gets to help each other and be helped as well. So
You mentioned those two sponsors. Do you have any other sponsors?
yeah, so Nayer's Stitch and Such, she's based out of Grantsville, and she does all of our like clothing and stuff like that. So she's
I'm
made
actually wearing it.
the hoodie right now, and then we have board member hats, and we've sold some shirts, and then we've used a couple different photography places before. So this last time we used Jen Castleman Photography, and she did a fabulous job.
She's my family photographer. We love Jen.
Oh
Oh,
yes,
that's
we
awesome.
love you, Jen. And then we've also had Lydia Maldonado also help us with pictures as well. And we had Sign Gypsies, Tooele County, help us this last time with really cute signs out by the front, so everyone could see that.
Yeah, so we could make sure people got to the right place, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, those were cool signs. That was helpful.
Yeah, so the community, you are able to donate throughout the year. Donations are closed for this event because they have to get it ready. Like they have to get things ready, but they will open up again as soon as the event's over, correct?
June 5th.
June 5th. And where can people take donations?
You can drop donations off at my house, which is 675 Fireside Lane. And I just ask that you please message us on Facebook first. So look for us at the Grace Upon Grace Project. Or you can find us on Instagram too at the Grace Upon Grace Project. And yeah, just message us beforehand just to make sure that we're home and available to help with things. Usually people just drop things off by my garage. So as long as it's not rainy or snowing or tornadoing or anything like that, it's good. Yeah, earthquaking. Yeah.
What are the rules for donations?
Oh, yeah. So the rules with donations are we want them individually bagged by size and labeled. So if you have a bag of like 3 to 6 month girl clothing, you would put 3 to 6, and then you can put like M for month, and then put like a G for girl. That way, that as we're collecting donations, it's so much easier for us to be able to organize, and it saves us a lot of time when the volunteers come and we have to get things organized on the tables. And we try to keep it semi-organized in our storage units even, and that way it's a lot more efficient. So that's how we do it with clothing. Bigger items, they kind of, most people don't wrap them or anything, so we can see what they are. Just toys go together. Yeah, so keep things like, try not to mix things in one big bag. We, try to keep like boys' clothes, girls' clothes, like in separate bags, and then toys separate, and books separate, and just, in bags or boxes, whatever is easiest. Am I forgetting anything?
What can't you donate?
Anything inappropriate, and anything expired or recalled. And we do check that.
Okay.
We go through a protocol on Friday. Is it Friday afternoon? Usually we do that. And we check all the big items for any recalls or expiration dates. So like on the car seats, on the swings, anything like that, or cribs, we go through and we check those things just to, to make sure. But we do ask that people try to check those beforehand also.
Yeah. Then you ask usually for No socks, no underwear.
No socks, underwear. I don't even think bathing suits. Or are we starting to
We've just
decide on
been
this?
moving back and forth on
Okay.
baby suit or
Bathing suits. Yeah, we're kind of back and forth on bathing suits, but yeah, no underwear, no socks, no
Try
like
nothing with
lingerie.
stains or rips.
No stains,
Yeah,
no
no
rips.
stains or rips. Sorry, I'm trying to like remember all of it. Yeah, so there.
On our Facebook page, we do have it pinned at the top what some different infographics on what we take and what we don't take, and so it's separated out that way with like mommy and me things, which would be more like the pregnancy and maternity and like newborn things, like maybe little carriers or breastfeeding items, that type of stuff. So we are just we try to be super careful with all of that stuff. Everything needs to be cleaned, sanitized, no stains, no rips. If you're donating toys or things that have multiple parts, they need to have everything there. Like we're not a trash center, and we're not like a dump or anything like that. People, the things that we provide, we take a lot of pride in that it's good quality items. It still has a lot of life left in it, which is why we then want it to go back into our community. We never want to bring anything that's unsafe or dirty or anything like that into our facility.
And then, so just the last question. So, what? Obviously, there's a fly in my house. So summer is coming.
Yeah.
So, what do you do with everything that doesn't get taken?
The things that are in good shape. So when we do sorting, we do throw out things that obviously don't meet the qualifications that we or the standards that we have. So, but anything that isn't, this time we're taking things to Savers and what we've been able to like give to other charities too. Sometimes we'll reach out to other charities in the communities and the domestic violence shelter we've given a lot to.
Other churches.
Other churches, yeah. We'll ask around. Sometimes they say, we're good for now and everything, but we try to find a place to give it where it's needed.
And so with Savers, our goal is to raise money to be able to provide more options for us for storage, get some shelves built, some more storage bins, that type of thing. And so when we say that we're taking stuff there after the event, that's why, to help with that. And then we also are going to be doing another like crowdfunding campaign on Give Butter. And that's again just to help meet like those marketing and storage needs that right now we are just kind of like doing out of pocket or making work with what we have. And so we're hoping that since we're growing, we'll be able to provide better quality things like that.
So I've been curious, why Grace Upon Grace? Where'd the name come from?
So I was reading in the Bible and a scripture that talked about grace upon grace. Just like I was just reading it, and that just stuck out to me. And I thought, what better of a name than we're giving grace and receiving grace when we come to this event. Like we said, this event is for everyone, no matter what religion, nationality, anything like that, no matter what age, socioeconomic status. And so we want to promote grace and make grace a bigger part of humanity and part of our community out here.
Yeah. And even though this is at an LDS church, please, if you're not LDS, please don't feel like you're not welcome. But this is, as we've said many times, this is for everybody in the community because we want to provide for as many as we can and those that need the help. And yeah,
we have people from all walks of life come and get items. We have people from all walks of life be volunteers and our head volunteers. And so anywho, we love seeing as many people as we can come through and get the items that they need.
Perfect. So if you are interested, come to the event at the end of the month on the 27th. Yes, from 10 to 12. Come and get what you need, and then after in June, donate what you don't need anymore. It's a great way to purge your house. It is very nice that every time I take stuff to Misha, like just get stuff out of my house. So these ladies have just done an amazing thing for our community, and I'm so grateful to you and all the volunteers. It's I've always been grateful that I moved into this particular neighborhood because it's just full of amazing women who are willing to donate. And I can't even tell you the number of hours these two put into this. Twice a year to do this. They do. We'll have another one in November, probably.
And in the fall sometime.
Yeah.
Okay, in the fall.
Somewhere around.
So again, great time because then you can get stuff for winter. A lot of stuff, winter stuff gets donated too. So come to the event. If you live in a different community and you kind of want to learn how to start one in your own community, I'm sure these two would be willing to answer questions and help, well, answer the questions that you need to get going. So I will put all the links to everything in the comments, and just thank you for all you do.
Oh, thanks, Darcy.
Yeah. Thank you, Darcy.